Perfect. Now it's my pleasure to introduce our esteemed speaker for today's webinar, Brian Fraser. Brian has dedicated nearly 40 years to the flexible film packaging industry, becoming a recognized expert in the stretch and shrink film markets. His career has been marked by extensive experience across Canada and significant international exposure with assignments in Hong Kong, Paris, and the United States. During these global roles, Brian has conducted business in over 65 countries, acquiring a deep understanding of diverse markets and business practices. Beginning his career in sales, Brian quickly demonstrated his aptitude for leadership, ascending in influential roles such as Director of Sales and Marketing for the Asia Pacific region and Vice President for Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. These positions allowed him to shape strategic initiatives and drive growth across multiple continents. Now, as the general manager of WP Innova, Brian brings his 4 decades of experience to the forefront, focusing on creating and promoting innovative and differentiated products in the stretch film and food packaging sectors. His passion for sustainability and ergonomics is evident in his work, and he actively seeks out and implements solutions that align with these critical initiatives at WP Innova. Beyond his professional achievements, Brian is an avid golfer who cherishes quality time with his wife and 2 children at their cottage up north, where they enjoy the tranquility and beauty of nature. Brian and everyone at WP Innova, thank you for joining us today. And without further ado, please take it away.
Well, thank you, Brianna. And I owe a special thank you to our Director of Finance, Faisal Sheikh, who actually wrote that bio. It made me sound way better than I actually am, but so thanks, Faisal. Well, welcome to WP Innova's Elite Vendor Month. We're very proud of the more than 18 years of association with the Ballpex Group and its members. And if you attended the summit last month, we were awarded the Platinum Industrial Supplier of the Year for the 2nd year in a row. And this year will also be, in 2025, we are going to be the Platinum sponsor at the next summit in Whistler, BC. So stay tuned. Starting the beginning of 2025, we're going to start to roll out some plans for the summit in Whistler and get everybody prepped and ready for that event, which is, I believe, the first time outside of Toronto in more than 5 years. As Brianna said, I'm Brian Fraser. I am the general manager here, and I'm joined by a few other people, one online, who's Sham Das, who's our Director of Value-Added Brand Sales for North America. Chef Mike Howell, he's our National Sales Manager for Food Packaging. Robert Kotsopoulos, our National Sales Manager for Inside Sales and Customer Service. And Faisal Sheikh, who will be doing the actual drawing of the name to win 25,000 Aeroplan points at the end of this webinar. I'll just give you one heads up. Everybody's name is going to be put into a hat, but you have to be here in 30 minutes to claim your prize if your name is selected. So let's get right onto our presentation. Just a little bit about who we are. This is our building in Mississauga. It's 100,000 square feet of manufacturing and warehouse space. And we started as a family-owned business back in 1998. We are a certified woman-owned business. The lady who started this company and is the sole shareholder of this company, her name is Bridget Clark. And if you were in the packaging business in 1998, you can only imagine how difficult it was for a young lady who just emigrated from Ireland to start a packaging business. We're very proud of that legacy and what Bridget has done, not only for this company, but for this industry. We are the largest purchaser of stretch film in Canada. And when you combine the other Western plastics companies across North America, we are probably in the top 5 purchasers of stretch film in North America. We are a leader in innovation. We'll talk about that in a minute. And a market leader in North America for packaging metals. A lot of people don't know that about us, but we really invented the flexible film packaging industry for packaging all types of metal, for car manufacturing, soda cans, things like that. And we really do truly pride ourselves in adding value and helping our distribution partners and our customers solve problems, sometimes that they don't even know that they have. I mean, it's really, for us, it's always all about adding value. If we're not adding value, what are we doing in this industry? So I'm going to talk quickly about food packaging, some industrial packaging, and then we're going to focus on our value-added brands. So our portfolio in food packaging, we have a wide range of foil and film cutter box solutions. More than 180 SKUs of foil containers and lids, foil sheeting products, and this is our Wrap Pro food and foil permanent dispenser box. Our unique value comes from a couple of very specific things. First and foremost, our people. This is a picture of Chef Mike. Chef Mike goes because he's a chef. He was a chef in some of the best restaurants in Toronto for 25 years. And there isn't many situations he runs into in a kitchen or in a food packaging application that he's not totally familiar with, seen it before, done it. He's got the t-shirt under his chef coat. Our business model revolves around managing food packaging products for our distribution partners for more than 20 years, importing products from Europe, Asia, manufacturing in Canada and the US by our own companies, with a broad selection of products at low minimums. That's kind of the value we bring to our smaller distribution partners. There's no need for you to have to buy truckloads or mass quantities of SKUs from other people. We do that on your behalf. We stock them here and we ship them to you with low minimum requirements. Our difference is really based upon adding value to the solutions we provide, such as Wrap Pro, which we'll talk about in just a minute. And also creative engineering design. We have an engineering group that designs containers, and we produce containers custom made for mostly for processors, but for anyone if they want to add private branding to their containers, etc. So we shift gears here, talk about our industrial packaging. Our portfolio is vast. This is how we really got started manufacturing banding film 26 years ago. If it's a banding film application, chances are we make that product. We also have a wide range of hand films, cord, coreless, pre-stretch, conventional, high performance, machine films, colored films, specialty films like UV stabilized films, anti-static products, and a range of equipment for those films to work on. So let's talk about our value-added brands. We're going to talk about 3 of them today. And here's kind of the criteria for us to develop or source. Sometimes we don't manufacture some of our value-added brands. We source them from various places. But there's 3 keys that all of our value-added brands have to meet in order for us to continue to move forward and promote those products. First and foremost, sustainability. I mean, every value-added brand has to have a positive net impact on our planet. Now, I know it's plastic and people say plastic is bad. It's still probably going to be plastic, but it has to, the plastic involved in the packaging material has to have a significant performance enhancement to what's already in the market, the current solutions that are out there, and have less impact on our planet. Second one is worker health and safety. Everything we do has to have a positive impact on workers who use our products, whether it's safety blades, ergonomics, just better, easier way to handle the application. And last, but absolutely not least, if it's not the best in the class for the application it's designed to work in, we're not interested. All of our products have to outperform everything that's currently available in the marketplace. Wrap Pro. This is a really interesting value-added brand that we're just in the process of bringing to market. We've been selling the dispenser or something very similar to this Wrap Pro dispenser for probably 20 plus years. But we've redesigned it and rebuilt it. We now own the molds and manufacture it ourselves. But there's some really cool things that we're adding to this. First of all, from a sustainability standpoint, We've developed a polyethylene film instead of a PVC film that is coreless, and we pre-stretch it. So PVC weighs about 25% more gauge for gauge than polyethylene. It's just the weight of the resin, the density. And so by switching to polyethylene, there's a 25% reduction in the amount of volume required to wrap a product on a gauge for gauge basis. Then we take the gauge for gauge basis with polyethylene and we stretch it more than 200%, as polyethylene, unlike PVC, really likes to be stretched. And it's a much better product once it's stretched. It's clearer, it's tougher, better puncture resistance, and awesome cling. So you have, the move away from PVC, the move away from cutter boxes, because we have a permanent cutter box, and a move away from cores. There's a black core insert that is a permanent fixture. You just take it out, put it into the roll of film, use the film, put the next roll on. And then you have a permanent dispenser. No more cutter boxes with blades to throw away, no more cores to throw away. And when we ship refill rolls, they're going to be shipped in a shrink-wrapped bundle of 4 rolls. So there's no corrugated that has to be thrown away after the fact either. So from a sustainability standpoint, there's nothing in the industry that touches this product from a food service perspective. Health and safety, well, some of us have forgotten or would like to forget. We just went through a global pandemic, which was passing bacteria and germs from one person to another. Nothing in the kitchen is dirtier than a corrugated cutter box. It can't be sanitized because it's made of paper. Our product can just be put into an industrial dishwasher, sanitized every day if you want. Ensure that there's no bacteria in your kitchen and on your counters. It also has one-hand usage, so it just makes it more convenient from an ergonomic standpoint and a safety standpoint. And there's a safety blade inside. I don't know if you've ever been cut by a cutter box blade, but it's nasty. You'd have a really difficult time unless you wanted to cut yourself with this product. The blade's only exposed when you wanted to actually cut the film or foil that's inside of the box. And third is best in class. Simply the most cost-effective dispensing system in the marketplace today. And our film and foil refills have surpassed market scrutiny for decades. And it's Chef Mike approved. I mean, there isn't a food application that this product isn't an ideal use for. And you can be a pro. No more being an amateur in your kitchen. This is Onyx. That's our new Precision Wrap Onyx hand wrap dispenser solution. And it's a total system. Just like Wrap Pro, there's a consumable and an applicator that go together. Only those two things fit together, and you'll see it in the next value-added brand, Zero Tape. The same holds true. It's a great opportunity for our distributors to have a solution system-based product line. Instead of just selling rolls of something, boxes of something, you actually have a solution that is integrally tied together. So let's talk about these 3 keys. Onyx ensures that no matter what you do, as long as you set it up properly, you will use the least amount of film versus any other hand film on the market. And the key to this, though, is you'll also properly wrap every single pallet, because it allows every user to wrap the exact same way. It's like having a machine in your hands. And when you wrap it the same way and you set it up properly, you have less damaged goods, less stuff going to landfill. A lot of people don't consider this to be a sustainability side of it, but it truly is. In 2009, the last study that was done by the Food Marketing Association and the Grocery Manufacturers Institute in the United States demonstrated that there's $9 billion of waste attributed to damage in transit. just in the grocery segment in North America. And that was in 2009. So, just wrap things properly. They don't go to landfill. You save a lot of money, and it's a sustainable solution. The second part is Precision Wrap DK, coupled with our Onyx dispenser. DK is a bioassimilation film. Don't Google it. There's no definition for it, but I'll tell you what that is. It 100% degrades and returns back to its natural chemical components. I mean, it all starts off as carbon. When it's thrown away or somehow ends up in a field or a forest or an ocean, the film will 100% degrade. It's a chemical reaction, a free radical process that breaks it down so that the carbon chains are exposed. And when carbon chains are exposed, microbial activity takes place. And microbial activity devours carbon. And at the end of the 2-year period, roughly, you end up with a little bit of carbon dioxide, a little bit of water, and skeletal remains of the bacteria that devoured the stretch film to start with. So no microplastics, no toxins left behind. Truly a revolutionary innovation. And we're the only people who manufacture this in a pre-stretched format. And then finally, we take sustainability very seriously, not just what happens when it's outside of this building, but before it leaves this building. We use one wooden pallet, which should be reusable, and 2 pieces of paper that weigh less than a pound each, a bottom sheet and a top sheet. And then we wrap the product in Precision Wrap DK, which again, will totally bioassimilate. So it's a 98% reduction in the environmental impact versus conventional films in boxes, cores, and film that does not bioassimilate. So a big sustainability positive for our distributor partners and for end users. And finally, health and safety. It's ergonomically designed. So when you wrap the bottom of a pallet, you can walk forward. You don't have to bend, you just let your hand fall. Middle of the pallet, it's very easy. And then for people who have to wrap pallets that are taller than themselves, it allows you to wrap about an extra 2 feet over your head without any stress or strain on your body. And best in class. Well, it just simply is the best. Pre-stretch films normally stretch by hand 15 to 20% if you really, really make an effort. Effortlessly, we stretch this film 40 to 60% on top of the more than 200% that we've stretched it already. So it's absolutely the most cost-effective product for the application. Unmatched containment force, because at the end of the day, stretch film is just designed to contain a pallet and hold it together so that it gets from point A to point B in as-made condition. It's just dead simple. Once you load the core, if you can walk, you can wrap with Precision Wrap. This is Zero Tape.
Packing tape has been around for 100 years. Now, for the first time, the user is the focus of attention with Zero Tape. Zero Tape is the first ergonomic packing tape system that relieves the user. Together with a German university, we have scientifically analyzed in great detail the muscle strain in the hand, arm, and shoulder. The study confirms that Zero Tape increases packing performance while minimizing muscle strain compared to conventional dispensers. The specially developed high-quality adhesive tape ensures better performance and fewer roll changes. The lightweight dispenser, manufactured with high-quality materials, ensures excellent handling. The housing protects the packing tape from damage, and the high-quality safety knife can be changed without tools. Experience world innovation. Experience Zero Tape. Work more relaxed.
And that's Zero Tape. You'll notice we don't manufacture Zero Tape. We import that product from Europe, but again, it's the exact same system solution sale as with the 2 previous value-added brands. And sustainability off the chart with this product. If this roll of hand tape equals 12 water bottles, well, I would say that's a pretty compelling environmental recyclable story. It takes 12 water bottles to make 1 roll of 200 meters Zero Tape. So it's made from 85% post-consumer recycled content. And you'll notice even the core is a proprietary shape that only fits on a zero tape dispenser. Traditional cardboard cord tape products will not fit. And the plastic in the core is recyclable. From a health and safety perspective, the ergonomics are incredibly powerful story here. Significant reduction in the amount of stress and strain put on workers' wrists, arms, and shoulders to use the zero tape dispenser. If you're only wrapping one box, probably doesn't make a difference. But if you're packing hundreds of boxes a day, this is a significant improvement to worker health and safety and keeps them at work with no workers' compensation. This just shows you a graph comparing, the ease of use. The black solid line horizontal is the zero tape line. The blue above that is a standard tape dispenser. You see them everywhere. But they also compared it to a standard dispenser with a faulty blade. And I can guarantee you, if you go into any of your facilities and look at tape dispensers that have been there a while, I guarantee you have faulty blades, and I guarantee you they're going to remain faulty because they're not easy to change. Zero tape allows you to change it in about 15 seconds with no tools required. And finally, best in class. It's a superior application system. Once people have used it once, they fall in love with it compared to standard dispensers. The materials, we have a wide range of materials from paper to BOPP to rPET, which is the recycled product, and various adhesive combinations. Reduces changeover because it has longer rolls, because the core is smaller, so we can put more tape on that to fit in the dispenser. So that's almost everything I know about flexible packaging in 22 minutes. We're going to talk about our promotion now. In October, we're having a promotion over and above the 25,000 air miles that Faisal is going to draw for in just a minute. We have a promotion in October. If you sat in with us during the summit in September, you would have received a boarding pass to Bora Bora, just because we thought that was cool. And if you want to look it up, Bob is actually their airport code, so we thought that was cool too. Obviously, first class seats, but this ticket is your ticket to the draw today if you're online with us. If you're not online, don't worry if you don't have a ticket. Chef Mike has your name, and they're all in the box for the draw in just a few minutes. Well, but over and above that, for the entire month of October, we're going to run an additional promotion where we're going to divide up 75,000 more Aeroplan points, and this is how it works. For every 100 pounds of food packaging you order in the month of October, you will receive one boarding pass or a ticket that will be put in the draw for 25,000 air miles. For every 1,000 pounds of industrial products, all industrial products, you'll receive another boarding pass. And for every 1,000 pounds of the value-added brands we talked about, you'll receive another boarding pass. So at the end of October, on October 31st, we haven't selected a time, but chances are, in the afternoon, we will have 3 draws for 25,000 air miles each. So I know we're going to have some questions, but just in case we run out of time, I just want to thank everybody for joining us today. I hope that gives you a bit better understanding of who WP Innova is and what we do and what we try to focus on and how we can add value to your business. And I think, Brianna, if we want, we can open it up to questions.
Yes, perfect. Thank you, Brian. That was amazing. Love the integration of videos throughout your presentation. It was awesome. We will open the floor now to any questions. You can write them in the chat. Lori will be monitoring that, or you can unmute yourself and ask them live.
Okay, I've had one question come in here. We've got, will DK wrap and bioassimilate in a landfill situation, i.e. buried without exposure to oxygen, sunlight, etc.?
It will bioassimilate anywhere. It's not oxygen dependent. So the more oxygen, the faster it works, but it's not, what people previously termed oxodegradable. It's not oxodegradable. Oxygen helps, so does humidity with speeding up the process. But if it's buried in a landfill, if it's underwater, if it's in the Arctic covered with 4 feet of snow, it will still go through the exact chemical process that I outlined. Nothing can stop it. It's a chemical reaction that is guaranteed to happen. Now, You put a ball of film in the desert in Arizona, it'll probably be totally gone in 6 or 8 months. If you put it in a landfill, it will take about 2 years. But it's a chemical reaction that once this film is produced, it's on a timer, which is why when we sell products, it's got 2 years of stable shelf life. And then the product will start to deteriorate. And we put a made on date right on the pallets, as kind of like you do with pharmaceuticals, right? There's a best before date, or food products, same thing. But yeah, you can't stop this process no matter what you do to this film. And I didn't mention this. It's also 100% recyclable. So as long as it still looks like a piece of plastic, it can go into the recycle stream with absolutely no adverse effect to the recycled content.
Okay, perfect. So I think this is sort of adjacent to that question, was, do the additives inhibit recycling through regular municipal facilities?
No, absolutely not. It's a heat sensitive material. So as soon as it goes through a recycling process where it's had exposure to extreme heat, it totally kills the chemical reaction from continuing and turns it into, it actually enhances the recycled content. I don't have any data for that. I just know that the gentleman who invented the additive has done studies and believes that to be the case. But it certainly will have no adverse effect on recycled content.
Perfect, thank you. I have another question here. Can Ballpix members purchase the full range of WP Innova products?
Absolutely. I mean, we're a very proud Ballpix supporter, always have been. Any Ballpix member can buy any of our products. Now, if you want to buy them, because if you're in the food packaging business and you want to buy tape for your own application, absolutely. If you want to sell some of our value-added brands, it's available to you. Obviously, a little more involvement, and we want to sit down and talk to you about what the plan is, but we don't restrict any of our products from any Ballpix member.
Terrific, thank you. Going back to our first question, I have, is the additive BDP?
It is not.
All right, okay. And another question, what field support can you provide to help our members grow?
We have a number of salespeople across the country, as well as an R&D engineer here and an application engineer. So if you want help with sales calls, with application assistance, anytime there's a quality problem, it's probably not our product, I'm just saying, but we'll help you with that too. Or design. If there's applications that you don't know what to do, we probably do. I mean, we create and develop tailor-made films for custom applications every day. So we have across Canada and into the US actually as well. If you need support, if you have customers with affiliated branches in the US, we can help there too.
Great, thank you very much. So I have another question here. What are the MOQs for industrial products?
Rob.
They vary. So we obviously have some of our machine films where there's 40 or 50 rolls on a pallet. That's how we sell it. A lot of our hand film, our banding film, there's 12 or 18 rolls in a case, and we can sell it by the case. But anything you have, send us an email, and we'll always work out to try and help our Ballpix members. We understand on the food packaging side, the volumes aren't going to be as big, so we'll always try and accommodate if it's a stock item, whatever your order needs are.
Perfect. Thank you. I have one more question. Can I combine my food and industrial packaging volumes to hit the minimums for free freight?
Okay. I'm going to turn it over to Chef Mike.
Good afternoon, everybody. Absolutely. You can combine food packaging products with any of the industrial products. Depending on your needs, to meet the minimums, it makes it a lot easier to meet the minimums for prepaid shipping. So absolutely. Aside from full skids of like mushroom film or something like that, we wouldn't split, but everything else pretty much can be split and packaged up with the industrial films. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Lori.
You're welcome. Perfect.
Okay,
Well,
I guess that's the end of the questions. We're exactly at 2:30. I think Lori was able to get all of the names to us. So we have Faisal Sheikh, our Director of Finance. We couldn't get Ernst & Young or Price Waterhouse to come today to give us an official tabulation. So he was the most credible accounting person in the room. So we're going to turn this over. Faisal is going to draw for 25,000 air miles.
And I'm also a model.
You have to watch him. He might have put his name in too.
And the winner is Swish Maintenance.
Swish Maintenance, congratulations. Swish Maintenance. Brianna will send you the air miles. Is that how it works?
How it works. I will take care of that afterwards. Well, that was awesome. Thank you everyone at WP Innova and Brian especially for presenting today and sharing all your valuable insights. I appreciate everyone's participation in your time today and wish you all a great day. Bye. Thank you.
Thanks to everybody at Ballpex and thank you for showing up. Take care.
Thank you.